Well, not too many dramas with the second shots, so we pick up the action as the players go at the green. Well, still to play for, I guess, but Ian Marshall's got to hit a blinder here.
Yeah, just left himself a little bit further back than he would have liked, probably coming in here from about 150. We saw off the tee, moving it in right to left. Dangerous starting this out towards a bunker, but tremendous third shot there.
Look at that, John O'Leary likes it. That was a cracking shot, and Ian Marshall's just put himself back into contention and put a bit of pressure, Matt, on the others.
Yeah, absolutely. All four of these players played off in the qualifying event, so they'll be a little bit used to the cameras. That will definitely help them today. So third shot in here, coming in from about 125, 130. Again, that back right flag, I'd expect to see the players just a little left. It's just a little too far left, but he's on the green and he's dancing.
Got to come up the tier to the flag. That camera angle really doesn't show how steep that is, and Tom knows he just tugged that a little. Now this man has played the first playoff hole like a dream, hasn't he? Chris Dyson, he's got a shot as well, which helps.
Yeah, laid himself up into the perfect position, looking straight up the mouth of the green, straight at that flag. As you said, two of these guys receiving a shot here on this hole, so an opportunity to really stamp his authority all over this playoff. Good looking action there. Ball heading towards a flag. Oh, fantastic. Look at the spin on that. I think he's done this before.
Yeah, it certainly did, Chris. 7 handicapper with a shot on this hole is on the green and looking very good indeed. Again, that can be demoralising for the other players. Omar Butt just pushing his second shot a little wide. He's not in too much trouble. He's got a decent lie as well, but he's got a bit of terrain to come over.
Yeah, he's just got to skirt over that bunker there on the tight right-hand side. Tough shot. Obviously, with a couple of the guys in there close, it's going to make him think about it at this early stage. Yeah, and played that beautifully. Great shot from there.
So Muldoon and Dyson with their shots on this hole looking pretty good, but Butt and Marshall not out of it yet. Now then, before we get to the putts, Matt, let's take a look at the swings back on the tee.
Chris Dyson first, strong upper body here, short arm swing, keeps his arms very much in front of his body, works beautifully for him. Expect to see a lot of good shots today. Omar Butt, probably the most classic of the 4 golf swings. Watch this fantastic change of direction. It's going to create a lot of club head speed. Club face stays very neutral throughout, so again, very tight shot patterns. Tom Muldoon here. The theme of this swing is a strong right hand grip which gets the club face very shut at the top. Expect to see him moving the ball a long way right to left. The real strength to Tom's game is his short game though, so expect to see some fireworks around the green. And lastly, Ian Marshall, good looking swing, great rhythm to this, just gets a little deep and then he gets jammed up at impact there, just lacking room, and that's why he just catches this one a little low off the club face. But the beauty with those shots is it still finds the middle of the fairway.
Thank you, Matt. On to the putts now. Tom Muldoon, just like Chris Dyson, receiving a shot at this first hole, but look at the slope that he had to come up with that putt, but it was a decent enough effort, and he followed it up with a solid putt to make his par net birdie. Tom Muldoon going into the red. Lee Sharp and Phil Archer watching on as Ian Marshall made his attempt, didn't quite get the read right, and the 2 handicapper already under a touch of pressure, but managed to hole out for level par. For Omar Butt, this was a massive putt. Knows the line, knows the green, knows the pace. Can he make it? Oh, so close. But again, frustration creeping in, and Omar Butt once again under pressure in a playoff. Phil Archer, I don't think he can believe just how well Chris Dyson has played this first hole. This birdie opportunity, net eagle. Oh, he's done it. Well, 4 superb shots from Chris Dyson, and he thoroughly deserves that lead. 2 under, 1 shot lead over Tom Muldoon, 2 shot lead already over Omar Butt and Ian Marshall. What a terrific first hole for him. Right, let's get back to Lee in the panel.
Thanks, Simon. So at the end of the first hole, John, a few first tee nerves, but seems to have settled down.
Chris made a net eagle, puts him in the driving seat. It's going to be very interesting to see what he does off the next tee. It's the first stop over the water. That's going to be the most interesting thing.
And Phil, I think we've seen the big man strike it the best out of all four, I reckon.
He never missed a shot down there. Yeah, he's 7 handicap, where he flushed it off the tee and he's struck 2 perfect iron shots and a great putt. It's like John said there, his mindset's going to change now though. He's made an eagle, net eagle, and now he's got water all over the place. So it'd be interesting. He could close it out on this hole basically if he's long enough. Something
to think about, Richard. And who would your money be on now?
Oh, too tough to call that, I think, at this point. As John said, the next hole, the tee's been moved up a little bit, so it's going to tempt them perhaps to have a go at it. Obviously, Omar knows the way around. He knows what he can do there. But I think the key thing there was that the guys with shots used them. So they've got themselves a bit of an advantage, but they've got all to play for now.
Still a close call. Let's see what happens at the next.
Water everywhere. What a fantastic playoff hole. Is it going to be safety first from our leader, Chris Dyson? Or are any of our playoff contenders going to take this one on? Find out after the break.
Netflights.com, sponsors of the William Hunt Trilby Tour.